The Lord has made. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. Every morning, I like to read my Bible and I spend this time with you all. By the way, my name is Vanessa. I'm reading out of the New International Version Bible. I am reading in the New Testament. We are in Matthew 23, and I'm going to let others know who join. What is going on with my... Okay, here we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, well, can you hear me now? I know the microphone is horrible on this, but I'm going to begin. A warning against hypocrisy. Then Jesus said to the crowds and to his disciples, "The teachers of the law and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. So you must be careful to do everything they tell you, but do not do what they do, for they do not practice what they preach. They tie up heavy, cumbersome loads and put them on other people's shoulders, but they themselves are not willing to lift a finger to move them. Everything they do is done for people to see. They make their phylacteries wide and the tassels on their garments long. They love the place of honor at banquets and the most important seats in the synagogues. They love to be greeted with respect in the marketplaces and to be called rabbi by others. But you are not to be called rabbi, for you have one teacher, and you are all brothers. And do not call anyone on earth Father, for you have one Father, and he is in heaven. Nor are you to be called instructors, for you have one instructor, the Messiah. The greatest among you will be your servant. For those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted." Good morning, T Mill. This hair though is getting in the way. Let me try to fix this because it's gonna bother me, you guys. Okay. This is an interesting scripture. Hello, Krista. Hello. It's my favorite artist is God. Y'all, I just came up with that right now. That's gonna be my new response. He created us wonderfully and fearfully. Good morning, Lizzie. Okay, so Baby A was already on my morning live stream. I was like, oh, I've got a new subscriber. Okay, so it's hard for me to read this in the morning with not so good lighting because look, it's red font. That's one thing I don't really like about my Bible. So that's why I was struggling. Okay, everything they do is done for people to see. They love the place of honor at banquets and the most important seats in the synagogue. So you only have one teacher, one father, one instructor. The greatest among you will be your servant. What's cooking is my cinnamon tea. And I wish I was at the beach, y'all. This is the best that I can do. It's too cold for me to sit outside this morning. But maybe I should have at least got some better lighting. How about that? Okay, that's better. How is everyone this morning? Did you already pray? What have you done this morning already? Okay. Nobody is chatting, so I'm going to focus on what am I grateful for? What am I thankful for? And I'm going to write it down into my planner. Today is March 19th. I just read Matthew 23. 1. Cross is so amazing. Oh, Krista, I love that how Jesus took everything to next level, like with this verse you said, and with whatever you done in the heart is done in his eyes, makes it impossible, so that why Jesus' works on the cross is so amazing. Yes. You know, something I teach my son, I'm like, it doesn't matter if nobody is watching you, you always do the right thing. And then when you are out in public, you just continue doing the right thing, and it's not fake. It is, this is from that verse, everything they do is done for people to see. And it will be a habit to do the right thing. Okay, the thing I don't do good at is I'm overeating. Like, that is one of my worst weaknesses, one of my worst sins is gluttony. And when I'm by myself, that's hard. I really wish, I think I do better when I have accountability, like an accountability partner. Matthew 23 says that Jesus warns against calling anyone father, and yet we still call priests that, if I understood correctly what you read. That is correct. So if you're a Catholic, yes, that is what they call the priest. I don't know about other religions. I just know the Catholic religion. Yep, good point, Farius. And me what? I don't go to the Catholic Church anymore. So I don't need to call. I don't need to be in that group of people. I call them a priest. I don't even know who the priest is at the moment at our local Catholic church. But yeah, that's a really good point. Which was my biggest thing about the Catholic Church. Putting so much, I guess, authority into the priest. When I could never understand that. Ever since I read the Bible, like which I was 9 or 10 years old, I always questioned the Catholic religion. But I went because it was what my family did. I wasn't of age to make a choice. I don't understand why confession has to be through the priest in the Catholic religion. I confess freely, directly to my God every single day. But what else? I'm grateful for a new day. I was thinking, good morning, April. Yes. Deep questions, yes. And I was thinking how this is probably the first job I've ever had that I'm not supervised. And any other person could just sit at the desk and answer the phone and not do anything else because you're not being supervised. My favorite artist is God, my creator. And so I have only been there like 6 weeks, and I've like changed the whole office. I've cleaned up the storage closet. There is paperwork from like 2008 that never got shredded, and it doesn't need to be there. I am not a person to just sit there. And even though I'm not being supervised, I'm working. Okay, Furious is saying, are you afraid of death? I'm afraid of leaving my son behind. But otherwise, I'm not afraid of death. I prepare myself every day by repenting, by confessing, by praying, by spending time with the Lord. So I feel like I'm ready to be ready at any day. Thank you, April. It's part-time. It's only 4 hours, but I am enjoying it. It's enough to pay the bills, and I'm enjoying it. But the other side of death for me is eternal life in heaven. That's my goal, is to get to heaven. So death is almost like a reward if you're ready for it. That is the greatest reward. The greatest award, the greatest payment. So no, I'm not afraid. I just don't want to leave my child behind. But he'll figure things out when that time comes. Melody is back. Good morning, Melody. I know this is your first time here at this session, so I just read my Bible. Just letting you know this is my Bible time. I read my Holy Bible. I focus on what am I grateful for? What am I thankful for? It helps me to get my day started right. My son is up early. I'm doing my best here on earth, and I'm trying to make heaven here on earth for myself. Which, when I say I'm living my best life, that's what I am inferring to. Like, I'm trying to live in joy, no anger, no hate. I'm living in love, in laughter, doing what's right, having fun while doing what is right. Because only I can do that for myself. Nobody else can. Going home, what's better than that? Besides the gift of living, of course, even with this challenge, I think that's what it's about. Helping us appreciate. Yes, yes. For us believers, that is the greatest gift. But you have a lot of people who don't believe in heaven, and I'm just respectful of their opinion, you know? I'm having cinnamon tea. I literally just threw cinnamon sticks with my hot water. It is so good. Have a good day at work, April. I'm so glad that you joined. It's very rare. You also have a blessed day. And yes, big hugs to you, my big sister. My big sister friend. My sister friend. That didn't sound right. I call April my sister friend. And the dog is barking away. The sun is coming up much earlier, so he is thinking, oh, it's time for me to get fed, for me to, even though it's not. A new day. I'm grateful for the same things, and it's the small things. Of course, I'm grateful that I have a home that shelters me. I'm grateful there is food. There's a bird who just perched on my outside table. Oh, now he wants to jump on my chair. No, he's walking along the top of the chair. Do not poop on my chair, though, please. Yes, all the small things, they add up to be everything. Okay, who is still here? I see Krista. I know April left for work. So anybody who is on here, April, I watch her channel that she has. She gets ready and she talks about life. I love her conversations. Every now and then she joins over here in the live chat or looks at the videos. So if anyone wants to check out Morning Chit Chat with April, get ready with me. She's got her own channel and she is on pretty much daily. I think I started watching her before I started going live. Someone was driving like a lunatic down my street. There, okay. Since I was talking about that, there are people that are in such a hurry to get somewhere. It's like there is nothing in this world worth racing for, like speeding for. The risk is too high to speed only to get somewhere 5 minutes earlier, 10 minutes early. Lizzie is still here listening and working. Oh, thank you, Lizzie. I'm just blabbering away over here. But yeah, so I go the speed limit. I might go 5 over, but that's about as much as I will go. I try to follow rules here on earth as just as much as I'm following my heavenly commandments. It's just not worth it to not follow the rule. I'm glad Lizzie is listening. Lovely Lizzie listening. That sounds good together. And Krista, my sister, is here. All right, who else is here? So I know Lizzie is here. I know Krista is here. I have one of my doors open. It is cold. It is getting cold. And to think that us in Arizona are going to be in the 90s in about 4 days. The temperature is going to go up to the 90s. Right now it's supposed to be 43. Oh. All right, y'all, I'm going to close up my book, my Bible, make sure I have a bookmark. And I'm going to close up my journal here. I appreciate each and every single one of you who came to listen, who commented or just listened. You know, even if you're just there listening, I appreciate you. And I've got a few more things, and I am walking to work to enjoy this beautiful, cool weather. And I send y'all peace, love, and may God bless you. Today is going to be what you make of it.